Greetings, friends. Reformed Stoic here. So this should definitely be a quick video today. This month has been an absolute mess for me. I'm just trying to get back to where I was in my routine, and today's kind of day one. So I figured I'd just throw together a video. It's similar to the video I did. It was called like Catholic mysticism or something, like the practice of Catholic mysticism. I don't know. That was a very long video. This is kind of like an updated version of that, but I'm going to try to do it really quick. I'm going to get you through my whole spiritual practice, daily routine. A lot of it is taken from the book Rise and Shine by Pedram Shojai that came out in 2011. I'm not trying to like scam this guy or give away his practices, but I think this book is kind of like a little bit forgotten at this point. So if anything, maybe I'd be helping him out. I'm not going to give away everything from his book, but yeah, the basic 3 things that he recommended to do every day, I am going to outline that here. And I've recorded a couple of video examples for you of me performing the exercises, and I will edit those in. So let's go ahead and start off with, okay guys, these are the 8 stances. Start by holding each one for 30 seconds. It's a leg workout because you're holding that deep stance the whole time. 1, 2, imagine energy shooting out of your hands. 3, 4, 5, energy pouring over your head in that one. 6, 7, and then I'm going to turn to show you what your hands look like. You're trying to get your palms facing toward the ground on that one. You feel like a stretch in your wrists. There we go. So that's 7, and then this is 8, the last one. So 30 seconds each stance at first, and then up the time to like a minute. Okay, so this is the cleansing exercise. You imagine a white light shooting out of your hands into the first area, which is in front of your neck, and you maintain each position for maybe like a minute or two. And the second area is right above your chest. And then the third area is below your belly button. Lower dantien is what it's called. And then that same stance from before where your hands are shooting toward the ground like that. But for that one, on the in breath, you imagine white light going into your third eye. And then just a bit more details on how it works. Like the white light shoots out of your hands and then bounces out of the area your hands are over back into your hands. So it's like a white light coming from your hands and back into your hands. That's an interesting one. And then you give yourself a self-massage afterward. So just trying to describe the self-massage. You take your right hand, massage your left shoulder, down your left arm and around your fingers, back up your arm to the inside of your shoulder to your chest, and then you do the opposite arm, and then you massage your rib cage a little bit, and then as you bend over, you massage the back of your legs all the way down to your calves, and then as you start bending back up, you massage the front of your legs up towards your waist, and then you tap both your hands on your lower dantien, basically your belly and your belly button, 3 times at the end of that. Kundalini Kriya for converting semen into ojas. So this is supposed to aid with no FAP. This is converting your retained semen into ojas, which is like a spiritual energy. Now, all I can say about this is you got to meet it halfway. Like, you got to already be in the mindset that you're going to be disciplined with no FAP and getting control of yourself. Don't be trying to debunk this, like, oh, it's not working. Well, you got to meet it halfway. Like, you have to already be trying, and then you add this in, and then maybe you'll feel a little extra motivation to stay the path. So here we go. Let's watch this real quick.
Make a fist, and we're going to keep this arm held up. Then we're going to lift the left leg behind us. We're going to inhale, hold the breath, and pump the leg up and down 8 times, essentially acting like a lever for Svadhisthana chakra, pushing the energy up. After pumping 8 times, we exhale, we inhale again, and repeat. We're going to do this 5 times and then switch sides. So right elbow bent, left leg up, deep inhalation, hold the breath and pump 8 times. Exhale and repeat.
Okay, so that's the gist of it. You hold your arm out, take a deep breath in, 8 pumps of the leg, that's 1 rep. And then I think he said you do like 5 reps on each side. I find it kind of difficult to do. Like, you're going to have to build up to doing it, but it's worth a shot. You might find that it helps you. Now, I endorse all of these as a Christian. I don't think that this is any black magic or anything wrong with any of this. Ultimately, I mean, reconciling with what Catholicism says, you know, it's like a mortal sin to masturbate, so you need all the help you can get. I've already been down that train of thought many times, many rants, many streams. So I say this prayer every single morning, the morning offering. This is how I start my day before I drink my coffee. Sign of the cross. I don't have this part memorized. The Jesus, please give me the grace to quiet down inside so as to become aware of your love for me. Jesus, I want to spend this time with you. Help me to give you my full attention to pray for my heart. But I do have this next part memorized. Check this out. O Jesus, through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, I offer you all my prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day. I offer them in union with the holy sacrifice of the Mass throughout the world. I offer them for the intentions of your Sacred Heart, the salvation of souls, reparation for sin, and the reunion of all Christians. I offer them for the intentions of our bishops and of all apostles of prayer, and in particular for those recommended by our Holy Father this month. Amen. So that's the whole thing. You say it through once, and then the second time you say it a little bit slower, and you have in mind your sins of the previous day. So then you say it through one more time. So you say it through twice total. And then you just follow these little instructions. Okay, the cats have decided to make noise, and it's distracting. Please stop what you're doing. Okay. Then you choose a word or a phrase that stood out to you. For me, it's always reparation for sin. I just say, reparation for sin, God. And then you just give a thank you to Jesus, and then you ask for something. So I start every day with that. It is called the morning offering prayer. Okay, so then we have the Silk Weavers exercise. We are going to go ahead and watch this together now. I will play it at 125 speed, and I'm going to go stop the cat from doing whatever they're doing, because that is not ideal right now, Red. That's not what we want right now. Whew, boy, I am just a little bit irritable today, but like I said, we are getting back into it. All of this stuff every day, so I wanted to share it with you. Here we go. Silk Weavers exercise. I'm going to be seeing if I'm doing this right. I half-assed it just a tiny bit, memorizing this. I think maybe I got it down, but I do this every morning, or I'm going to start doing it every morning again.
Feet together, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, breathing up, the right side, inhale to behind the head, exhale, palms straight up to the sky. Inhale, hand back in, now exhale, release all the way down to the right side. Breathing in, left side, coming up the side, all the way through and through the crown to the back of the head. Exhale, push back to the sky. Inhale, back in, keep that palm down, exhale, all the way through.
The hard part is knowing like when to breathe, but I find it kind of straightforward. You know, if you don't breathe exactly when he says to breathe, it's probably not the end of the world. It's just a cool way to start the day. Actually, I do the stance practices before this one. I do the stance practice unless it's leg day, and then I do this before I drink my coffee.
Both sides, breathing down to the lower dantien. Inhale up, all the way through, palms up, fingertips facing each other. Inhale back in, staying relaxed, exhale through, all the way down. Remembering to keep the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Hands come up, right foot comes up with the knee. Inhale, step out to a square horse. Exhale, push to both sides. Left hand goes to 90 degrees. Right hand comes across the center as you inhale. Breathing out, fire off to the left side. Right hand.
It's a little bit intimidating when you're trying to learn this. Like, it took me like a week, probably. I learned a little bit of it every day, and then I would perform or do, you know, how much I learned of it, and then eventually I got the whole thing. I think we're almost getting to the part where I'm not sure if I'm doing it right.
90. Left hand comes across. Notice me watching my left hand on the inhale. Exhale, push. Left hand is to the heart. Right hand is out. Crossing into a forward bow and arrow stance. Left under right. Inhale. Exhale, shoot out in front. Through a square horse. Right crosses under left. Inhale, cross. Exhale, same thing, other side. Inhale, gathering energy. Hold the breath. Splash your face like you're splashing water. Exhale, relax.
Okay, this is where, let's see if I got it.
Inhale, slide in, staying at the same elevation. Exhale, straighten out. Breathe into the lower dantien.
Yeah, and
Inhale,
then you take these dramatic steps.
exhale, step. Forward, back, forward, and then step. So brush back, brush forward. Inhale, heel to toe. Exhale, forward, brush, brush. Inhale from heel to toe. Sink, relax, breathe in. When you step, breathe out, forward, back, back, and step. Rolling through on the inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale to the lower dantien. Exhale, chin to chest, rolling. Inhale up and exhale down.
Okay, so after he does this neck thing, he's going to do one more like breath and move his legs up and stuff. I got those parts reversed. I need to do this first and then the part that comes after it.
Wise circles with the neck. Exhaling down, inhaling up. And one more repetition. Coming up the center line, inhale, exhale. Before you inhale,
Yeah,
breathe
and then he
up,
does
fists
that.
along the sides, drop in with the right toe, collapse into the chest, and then come through. Inhale, slide, exhale, down. We're going to see this from the front side.
Okay, and then that's the entire thing.
In a minute, inhaling up on the toes like you're hugging a tree.
Oh, I forgot about that part. I got to remember that. Up on your toes like you're hugging a tree. That's the one part that I forgot.
Exhale, relax, and sink back down.
Okay, and then you close your eyes and you visualize yourself doing the entire thing. I mean, it takes a lot of patience to do that. I've done that a couple of times. And then, so I do the stance practice, then I do this, and then I do a short 5-minute meditation. I do all that outside every day. I haven't been doing it, but I was feeling like a winner, man. Things were feeling pretty solid when I was doing this. So, yeah, that's the Silk Weavers exercise. Okay, moving on. Make sure everything's going smooth here. Okay. So this is the breath of fire. I left off in the video right where she does it. It's just, it's pretty simple, you know. It's just, you take a deep breath in and then you shoot out little breaths through your nose. And you can do it like that. You can do it through your mouth or through your nose. I like to do it through my nose because it helps my sinuses. And then when you run out of breath, you take a deep breath and do it again. And you do that for like 3 sets. And then you just meditate for, you know, a minute or two to reset. So you could call the whole process a repetition. So like 3 repetitions in a set, and then maybe like 5 sets. Or some people say they just do this like for a really, really, really long time. Okay, damn, she's like really good at it. Is she breathing in too?
Take a deep breath in.
Okay.
And exhale, let the practice go.
Yeah, that was all just out breath. So take a deep breath in. That's the gist of it. So that's a really good one. Like when I did an intense long session of that, I felt really good. It gives you like a good kind of euphoric feeling. All right, so we're going to hear this chick out really quick on what Jnana yoga is. And this has to do with Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta. I believe that's what it's called. Jnana yoga.
Namaste. The Sanskrit term jnana means knowledge. Jnana yoga is the path of knowledge. Unlike bhakti or karma yoga, which is based in faith, jnana yoga is based on knowledge, inquiry, asking questions. It's one pointed concentration on one question. And you must reject all facts, all truths, reject everything that is known, and look inside to find the answer to that question. If you have to ask what is the question, then you're not ready for jnana yoga, because in jnana yoga, the question will present itself to you.
Okay, so yeah, I talked about this before, and this is clearly the video where I got it, because I verbatim, word for word, recited what she just said. You remove all knowledge from yourself, look inward for the answer to a question. And what is the question? Well, if you don't know what that question is, then you're not ready. So that's just, it's been difficult for me to figure out how to integrate that practice. But I can tell you this about Advaita Vedanta, the idea that, you are basically nothing, like all that there is Brahma, which is everything. It's kind of like a pantheist kind of a thing. And I know a lot of Christians speak against this, but this is how I see it, okay? It's hard not to sin, and if you weren't here, if there was no you, then you would be perfect. Because sinning is basically just doing things. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to do things without sinning, but when you're comprehending, like, what's the point of Jnana Yoga and Advaita Vedanta, that you are just one with everything, you're not here, therefore you're not sinning. Your goal is not to sin, so be the no man, be the nothing man, be the one with everything man. I haven't put too much thought into that. We just got to leave that there for now, but see if you can integrate it. That's what I do. You don't have to do what I do. Okay, so Wim Hof, people have an idea of what this is at this point. By the way, this is basically pranayama. This is like the practice of pranayama with a couple of tweaks to it. But I'll just say that I have some experience doing this on and off. And I'm to a point where when I do it, I always use this video right here. I will put all the links to these videos in the description.
Hi guys, welcome. This is a guided breathing session.
And when you get good at it, you just pause during this and extend it with your own timer. And he tells you how to do that. Like, listen, when you get near the end of the timer.
You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe.
Yeah, see, so he tells you if you want to continue your breath hold, then do it like that. Okay, we're starting to go to Crackle City, so we got to try to wrap this up. Hopefully we're all right. Okay, prayer to St. Michael the Archangel. I got it memorized. St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. I was not able to have that memorized when I was at Mass, but I took the time to memorize it now. Every night before bed. I don't have this one memorized yet. Prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. So I do the same thing I did in that long-winded video on the Catholic mysticism. On a day when I don't sin, which basically a day that I don't touch myself, all I say is the St. Michael prayer. On a day that I do touch myself, I say the St. Michael prayer and the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. And on a day that I'm just like a total chud piece of crap, if like I just have a really sloppy day, I also say the Anima Christi. So that's the same as that other video if you ever bothered to watch that. I just had a note about Raha Yoga here. I don't know. Figure out what Raha Yoga is and then figure out if you want to integrate that. And then Rosary. I've been very, very, very adamant about daily Rosary. Even, see, this last month that I was screwing off and not... I've just been living in a daze this last month. I did continue doing my prayers. But this breathing practice, it's something positive to do that makes you feel good, that's good for you, that will elevate you out of spiritual poverty. Like off the top of my head, that's the way that I wanted to say it. So that is the practice, guys. Under 20 minutes. This is just kind of my updated practice. And I was already doing it at one point, and it was going pretty well. I never really got to a point where I did all of it all the time, but that is the goal. And, you know, apart from like, you know, me and my Cheeto pajama pants being kind of goofy, I hope that some people appreciate this advice and use it well, use it wisely, because there was a minute there where like I was feeling really in it. As I've ranted many times on stream, I blame losing all my momentum on the pinched nerve that I've had, that I still have. But something tells me it's on its way out, and I will leave you guys with that. God bless.